So many people wonder why we struggle on this earth plane with dark and light. There's dark and light in all of that DNA. There are many other beings that are playing around with human consciousness. It's no wonder that we can take a knife, cut bread, and go and feed someone. It's no wonder that we can take the same knife, plunge it into someone's heart and kill them, because we have dark and light inside of us. We can be angry, we can be kind, we can be all things. So many people wonder why we struggle on this earth plane with dark and light. Okay, humanity's gene code has been played around with and fucked about with for so many years. A long time. The history of Earth is not what you think it is. It's not what you believe it is. It's not what you've been taught it is. Our history is false. Now, there's been many time spaces on this planetary environment where different things have unfolded. We've been here on this planet for millions of years in different forms. We've been here in our powerful Palladian Andromedans forms hundreds of millions of years ago when they had the first Garden of Eden. They've had other various versions of the Garden of Eden throughout this history on this planet. If you go back to the Anunnaki, there was another Garden of Eden where the human gene code was played around with. Now, if you go back a little bit further and you look about the Anunnaki and their kind of introduction into this universal playing field, at one time, the Lyrans and the Draco Reptilians were at war. There was a point when the Lyrans and the Draco Reptilians decided to procreate, and they created a new species. Okay, and I'm going to break this down really simply because otherwise it's going to get overcomplicated. They decided to create a new species. Now, if you create a species out of Lyrans, which were beautiful, kind, and loving and compassionate, and wanted expansion, not contraction, they weren't interested in power, control, and domination. They were interested in a beautiful, harmonious universe. And then you get the Draco Reptilians, which were totally the opposite, trained by Lucifer himself. Power, control, domination, contraction, pure domination in every sense of the word. Two completely different opposite species that procreate with a beautiful intention to end wars throughout the galaxy. And it lasted for a little while. But then what happened is the dark and light was in this new species. Half Lyran, half Draco Reptilian. Maybe it was 60-40, 40-60 in some of the different beings. It's not always going to be 100% 50-50 split. But ultimately, when they first procreated and created these beings that we call the Anunnaki, they were literally dark and light in perfect balance. Now, if you think that this gene code has been pushed and spliced and cloned and replicated, and the Anunnaki came down onto this earth plane and bred with humans, there's dark and light in all of that DNA. Now, we as human beings in this quantum space, this physical space that we're in right now, because we're multidimensional beings in these physical avatar bodies, well, supposed to be physical. It's mostly light, it's mostly space. But they seem quite physical in this third, fourth density reality. It's no wonder that we can take a knife, cut bread, and go and feed someone. It's no wonder that we can take the same knife, plunge it into someone's heart and kill them, because we have dark and light inside of us. We can be angry, we can be kind, we can be all things. We're literally Jekyll and Hyde in human form, every single human. Okay, we all have every facet of reality inside of us, and that is one of the reasons we struggle so much, and that is another reason that it's easy to interfere with human consciousness and be played around with from afar by other interdimensional entities, other beings and other planets and other star systems, beings that are down in other Earths on a different frequency band within our own Earth plane. There are many other beings that are playing around with human consciousness. In star magic, we call them shadow parasites because they behave like normal parasites. They take over human consciousness, drain the energy, suck the frequency. I'll tell you a little story. This is years ago, around 2007. I hadn't drunk for a while. Okay, I used to drink loads, and it was one of my times when I tried to get off booze and get off drinking. And so I hadn't drunk for ages, and it had come up to Easter. And I remember we bought Easter eggs for the kids. And I was like 3 years into my kind of like new spiritual journey at this point. And so I was trying to discover things and try new things. Hadn't drunk for ages. It was Easter, bought some Easter eggs. And I decided to go to the shop and get a bottle of organic wine. So when I was trying out organic things and all of this, I was new to all this stuff. So I've gone and brought this bottle of organic wine. Come home, drunk it with my ex-wife, and we're sat there watching television, chilling, and I thought to myself, you know what, I feel like a bit of sugar. Hadn't had any sugar for ages. I've gone and got an Easter egg. I've sat there, I'm eating the Easter egg. The sugar's kicked in, the wine's kicked in, and it's triggered something inside of me. Anyway, I started going nuts. Whatever was inside of me, working through me, or whatever was in my field working through me, I went and got a knife, a massive kitchen knife, sharp as fuck. I've got it in my hands, and I'm trying to push it into my own stomach. The blade is right against my kind of solar plexus, my kind of top abdominals. I've got the point right there. Now I'm trying to plunge it into me as hard as I can, and at the same time all of my energy is trying to pull it away from me. I don't know how long this went on for. It must have been 20-30 minutes. I obviously didn't plunge it into myself and harm myself, but it was a real mission, and I could not control this. I couldn't control what was trying to pull it into me. I was just focused on what was trying to pull it away from me. But there was this force within me that was trying to pull it too. So it was like I was two different people. Jekyll and Hyde, dark and light, devil and God. All of this stuff rolled into one cauldron, one soup of cold. And I went through this kind of battle. In the end, I threw the knife down on the floor. I was wiped out, completely fucked, so tired. I lay on the sofa, and I remember being in my missus's arms, just kind of like, you know, just absolutely fucked. And it was a crazy experience. And at the time, I didn't really kind of fathom what was going on. You know, I was still a baby on this journey. But now, having worked with thousands of clients all over the world, you know, understanding the depth and the crazy, wild darkness that's around us, as well as the beautiful, magical, high-frequency light, I truly understand the depths of both possibilities and dualistic game that we're kind of living and playing on planet Earth right now. But I'm telling you this story and sharing it with you so that you can truly understand this dark and light is in all of us. It's in every single human being, and it all goes back through time and space, millions of years, to when the Draco Reptilians and the Lyrans, they bred. It was actually a male Lyran and a female Draco Reptilian. Okay, both of a high echelon, both of royalty, both royals. Okay, they took the highest of the bloodlines in both kind of species and bred them together. And as I said, it was beautiful for a while, but then temptation kicks in, the ego kicks in. Dark and light start to play around in each human, and there's an inner battle, and that inner battle spreads to an outer battle, and then sides, competition comes back in, power and control comes back in, light and darkness comes back in, and we go back to the same old cycle that we've been running for, not just since the Anunnaki came into this kind of galactic universal experience in this time-based matrix, but way before that, because dark and light has been playing out for billions and billions of years. For billions of years. Humans descended from these lineages, and that is why it's tough. Now you know this, that you know this stuff is inside of you, okay, because it's in all of us. And it's not that you should be fearful of it, it's just so you understand the game, so you understand the game. Now you can make different choices. If you're feeling a little bit angry, if you're feeling a little bit this, a little bit that, you know that something's playing out inside of you. If you feel that you're trying to dominate a situation, control a situation, even if it's something simple with your children, breathe, come back to your heart, let go and let things flow. Don't buy into those Draco Reptilian DNA fragments that are inside your cellular memory. Okay, connect to your heart and allow those beautiful Lyran frequencies to come through. Allow yourself to make a different choice. Allow things to flow. Allow freedom to flourish. Allow yourself to be on that frequency of love, kindness, and compassion, and make a different choice. Now, when it comes to love, kindness, and compassion, it doesn't mean that you've got to be weak. It doesn't mean that you get trampled on, okay? Because that isn't what the universe wants. The universe wants you to be strong, fierce, fearless. It wants you to be formidable in your approach and to stand your ground and speak your truth. It wants you to honor yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, and within those values, catalyze a beautiful human experience where you can share your magical, radical, unique gifts with the universe, with the world, with your sisters and brothers. And it takes a strong, fierce, and ferocious character to do that, because you've got dark and light, you've got duality, you've got contrast, You got all of these things that show us which way we need to go, but also try and control us. And now you know the game, you can play the game. When you don't know the game, you can't play the game because you don't even know the game's playing out. You're totally fucked from the start. But when you've got the knowledge, you can start breathing deeply, living from the space of your heart instead of the chaotic, dangerous place inside your head. And you can start creating space between you and your external environment. And when you create space between you and your external environment, you'll be able to make choices that help you respond instead of react. Because when you're in reaction, that's when these other energies, they take control of you. And that's when you start tipping into contracts with other interdimensional entities. But when you respond and stay in the heart space, everything shifts. Your powerful, beautiful soul, alchemize this Draco reptilian with this Lyran avatar. Don't move towards one and away from the other, because both are integral. But you have to be the Jedi master and know how to use the Force, because the Force is available to all. How you utilize it is up to you. That's where you become a Jedi Knight, an alchemist, a god, a goddess, a lion, a lioness, a spiritual fucking gangster. I love you so much, beautiful soul. As my sister or my brother, go out into this world and love your sisters and brothers fiercely and ferociously. Hug them tightly and never, ever, ever be the first to let go. It's the golden rule of hugging. You know that. Remember to check out our website, starmagichealing.org. We got some of the best ascension tools on planet Earth. Hundreds of guided meditations, light language transmissions, cosmic yoga videos, high frequency nutrition, mystery school teachings on hundreds of different subjects and topics. We've got everything you need to be a high frequency being and live your very best phenomenal version. We have access to private groups so you can connect with beautiful souls all over planet Earth on this same vibration as you. People that are expanding, raising their levels of vibration and making this world a better place. All of this stuff is free for 7 days. So go to starmagichealing.org right now and get free access to all of these tools. We also meet every Monday, Wednesday, and second Sunday online for high frequency transmissions, activations, and meditations. And now you can get access to our ambassador program, where you can introduce other beautiful souls from all over the planet, friends, family, people on your social media, into infinity. And as they join Infinity and get access to all of these amazing tools for free, you earn good money for doing it and massive, massive bonuses. So go and check it out right now. Join the revolution and let's make this world a more empowered, celestial body of high frequency beings than it's ever been before together. I'll see you on the inside, beautiful soul. One love, one heart, one human family. Peace out.